sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward sports merch today.
What is up? It's Friday. We made it. This is a long week. We were all just talking about this in the office. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the whole, weather change and all that crap, right? Like, all three of us were sitting here going, all right, this was a long week, man. No other way to say that. This was a long week. So,
a lot of these weeks are long when you work here.
Yeah. The struggle is real.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Hey, it is a free Car Wash Friday with Jax as well. KG, let the people know. Seriously, you want a free car wash? Okay.
Yeah, I got you. We will. Actually, I think I was going to tie that into the steak, but if you want to do the car wash and the steak to the same person, or you want to mix it up, it's up to you.
I don't know. What do you think, JB? These are things we probably should have talked about like before the show, but we're so busy talking about sports
production
stuff,
on the fly, man.
Production on the fly. We can roll with that. JB, what are you thinking?
You know what? Let's do it separate.
Okay.
Let's do it separate.
Yeah,
all right.
Get two different winners.
All right. The best super chat that comes in, we will award the car wash. And for Dan Miller, we're actually going to tie the free steak into Dan Miller. So we're going to start doing an Ask Dan segment. So any of you fans that will have a question for Dan Miller, who will be on the program at around 9:15, drop your questions for Dan Miller with the hashtag Ask Dan. The best question I will pick out of the bunch and ask him on the air. And that is the person that will win our free steak from Black Rock.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Yeah, so shout out, man.
So, yeah, Dan's going to join us about 9:15, okay?
Yeah.
How about pretty good sports night last night? It really was. That was, now obviously it didn't have our teams involved, right? But I watched some good hockey. For people like me, I'm getting my fix, okay? You saw Max Scherzer yelling at his manager, I'm not coming out. No. That was the best. Like, no!
That was hilarious.
Right?
You guys want to see it? Check this out.
Max sure doesn't think he's coming out there to say you get one more hitter. Scherzer's 1-2 pitch.
Scherzer, you get the fuck.
Strikes him out. Max Scherzer
that is great.
It was a good night for the old guys last night.
It was.
It was a good night for the old guys.
We got fireworks at the old folks' home in the NFL, man. How about that?
I'm in solidarity with my boys.
Hey,
we ain't done.
Maz might have been right, man. Joe Flacco is Medusa. If you look in his eyes too long, you turn to stone.
We are saving that for a reason. Maz, look at that. See that?
Look at those eyes.
Look at that. Yes, I will catch 10 catches for 160 yards. Being hypnotized.
Bro, Jamar Chase had like 30 targets, bro. How many targets did he have in this game? I'm going to look it up. It was something crazy, though.
23?
It was amazing, bro, how many times he was targeted.
23
how many
targets. 16 for 161.
16 to 23.
Joe Flacco, 31 for 47, 342, and 3 touchdowns, and led them to the winning field goal.
Are the Bengals back?
It's a yearly thing. We
Are
may
they
as well
back?
fire it up now, right?
They might be back.
The back bowl.
Yeah.
I love Cincy's coming. Do we have quarterback controversy in Cincy, right?
Right. The scoliosis bowl, you want to call it.
Jeez, Pete.
Gee, man. Yeah, that was crazy, man. And even Aaron Rodgers went out there and put up effort, but what do I always say? Just give it time. Just give it time. That interception before the half probably did him in.
Huge.
That was huge, bro. That was huge.
He went 23 of 34, 4 touchdowns, 249 yards, but 2 interceptions.
Of course he did.
Did you see him
Trusted A-Rod.
Did you see him get upset at his lineman, his offensive lineman, that went up to hug him and like celebrate after the first touchdown pass. He got upset.
Yeah, he always do that shit.
He like bumped him and like pushed him down. He was very upset about that.
Listen, we not gonna continue to act like he's a good teammate. Like, he hasn't been a good teammate for quite some time, and I think a lot of people in the league and that formerly were in the league would tell you so.
The Bengals had 470 yards of offense.
It was crazy. Everybody got off. Chase Brown got off. T. Higgins got off to a degree. And Jamar Chase had all the targets in the world.
That's the same team that we saw for like 3.5 quarters look absolutely abysmal. After the first drive, remember?
Yeah.
The scripted first drive where they went down the field and scored the touchdown? They were awful until late. And they got off, and, of course, there were a few people out there, oh, are we concerned about it? They were awful. 470 yards of offense. Bengals improved.
Yeah, the Browns ain't had that. The Browns ain't got that on offense.
They're 3-4. I wonder what our guy Tomlin thinks about him going to Cincinnati now. I mean, he was already complaining about it before the week started, right?
Yeah,
no, that's true.
I wonder what they're thinking about it. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. But the Bengals being back is one of my favorite bits. There are certain bits in recent years that kind of grab a hold. Cincy being back is one of my favorite.
Oh,
love it,
always. But I mean,
here they come.
I mean, going from Jake Brown into Joe Flacco, it is an upgrade. Like, the reason I said it's over is not because Flacco ain't talented even at his age. It's because that offensive line is going to get him killed eventually. And I don't know if his old body can take it. But shout out to him, man. He was able to put it together last night. That's a good defense he did that against, too. You got to give him credit.
470 yards, man.
Yeah, that's tough.
We got to rethink the Steelers. Can we now that's the next step? I thought that was a good defense, but 470 yards?
Yeah, that's tough. I blame Aaron Rodgers, though. We already do this. Sean, when me and Neil, when we give the Steelers credit, it's because of Mike Tomlin when they win. But when they lose, it's all Aaron Rodgers'
fault. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well, no, I get that. All right, so now I'm looking at the Bengals because you guys are going to have to indulge me for a second. I love the Bengals being back. I love it. That's become one of my. All right, they got the Jets next week. They host the Bears. All right. Okay. All right.
Oh shit.
They're at the Steelers
again. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're playing quick. Ooh, the Patriots come in. Then they're at the Ravens, then they're at the Bills. Yeah, thanks for playing.
Yeah, they'll probably lose to the Patriots and the Ravens, but that schedule is favorable the rest of the way.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
Then they got at the Bills, hosting the Ravens. Now their December, their last three at Dolphins, hosting the Cardinals, and the Browns at home.
Oh, those are all wins.
We are going to hear so much back.
Oh, they are back.
The Bengals are back.
And they get Burrow back this season.
I
right?
know, that's the best one. 9-8, baby. Here we come.
They are back.
I don't know if anybody wants to face the Bengals in the first round of the play. I love that
That's
shit.
a fiery team.
I love that shit. Gosh, I love it.
QB controversy. Do you roll with Flacco if he gets you? Nah,
hey, you keep winning, baby. That's the QB controversy all day.
Relax, people in the chat and
We're
the fingers.
joking.
It's all right.
It's
We're
a
joking.
joke. Like, it's
people
a
in
joke.
the comments say it's okay. Stop typing.
The Dodgers will finish off the Brewers tonight. You guys, like, I'm not trying to be a dick.
It's a dead man walking.
I tried to talk Maz like off the ledge. Like, Maz, this is going to happen. You just need to accept it. Like, the Brewers are such a cute story. They have been for many years. I'm sorry. Something's going to give when you're spending $250 million more than somebody else. Something's going to give. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
In a best-of-7 series, something's going to give.
I call Major League Baseball an arms race, and that's exactly what it is. The Dodgers, I mean, they so goddamn stacked. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. They get to just walk around and do what they want. They got another Japanese pitcher that's amazing. It's just crazy, bro. But the Brewers, they never had a chance. And I feel bad for people like Shep. Shout out Matt Shepard, 2-4 every day. You'll see him later on. He was really trying to make an argument that the Brewers had a chance. But yet again, small ball, and, they play, I would say, a more exciting brand of small ball, but small ball only gets you so far. Money ball only gets you so far.
Doesn't do it. I don't know. Like we have enough data that suggests that whether it be the A's, the Moneyball A's, whether it be all those cute teams that Tampa had, whether it be, I know we don't want to do it, but give the Indians/Guardians credit. They've had a bunch of, smaller salary type of good seasons. You're just not going to do it the long haul. It doesn't work that way. Sorry. Jays and Mariners, game 5 in Seattle tonight with that series tied 2-2. Toronto went and took all the momentum away, and
they did.
I think their bats finally made it through custom, and so
they finally arrived.
They looked like the Jays again. And speaking of the small ball type stuff, I don't think there was anybody out there that thought that Tarek Skubal and the Tigers were going to get on the same page.
Man, that report I heard, bro.
Yeah, I heard it too.
But
Jesus
just in case, the reports that they are $250 million apart.
That's unreal.
He gone.
Listen to me, not 50.
Not gonna happen.
Not 50
Not
million.
even 100.
Not even 100 million. $250 million apart.
It's over.
That's telling.
Well, listen.
That is telling.
When we had Scott Harris comments, what was that? Monday? I don't even remember. This week
it was
sucked.
earlier in the week.
This week was balls. It really
It
was.
was.
He couldn't even bring himself to say, "We love Tarek. We hope that Tarek is a Tiger. We're going to do everything we can to make him a Tiger." He didn't even bring himself to say
Or
that.
we hope to make him to keep him a
Right.
Tiger, like anything.
That we're going to do everything we can. We hope that we can get on the same page. It wasn't anything like that.
No, it wasn't. It's we don't talk about trades or people that are potentially going to be traded. We don't talk about front office moves apparently either. Like I don't get
Except when it's good for us, and we let it slip that Alex Bregman had a better deal from us, which we still don't know.
Right.
We float that out there.
Yeah, of course.
We do.
But we don't tell you when your manager,
narrative.
who is great, by the way, arguably manager of the year, gets extended. Like, I don't understand what's going on in the back channels of this organization.
No,
I really don't.
I don't either. Boy, oh boy.
250?
You've accepted it, right, though? Like,
yeah.
Especially behind that.
yeah.
Y'all so far apart, it's crazy.
JB, you know, right?
Oh, I know for sure. Like, come on.
Listen,
I seen the writing on the wall.
If y'all not gonna pay him $400 million, somebody else will, and maybe that's for the best. If I'm Tarek Skubal, and he did sit down on a podcast recently, he kind of said he wanted to be here still, but you can tell in his demeanor and in his body language that he felt it wasn't gonna happen. Like there's things going on. He said that were out of his control. Clearly, they are very far apart on just the money. And if I'm Tarek Skubal, why would I even want to keep putting up with this?
Well, he should give a hometown discount.
Oh,
the good old hometown discount. You can't even do that on the show, I don't think.
I can't even keep a straight face when I say that. It's such a bad bit, Are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
This is going to rewrite what the market is. It is. This is going to set a new market. And that's exactly what Boris wants. I mean, like think about it right now. You have the super agent.
Yep, he's a shark.
You have the super pitcher right now. Mm-hmm. At a time where Major League Baseball is this close to doing something that many people thought they would never do, and that's getting some kind of, here it comes, cost certainty into the league.
Of course. So
all right.
If I'm Tarek Skubal, that makes perfect sense.
100%.
I'm trying to get it all right now because it's about to change.
This might be one of the last super contracts, and I'm not even being funny when I say that.
Seriously. 27, it's up for the league.
Yep. So, and this is why I say again, and I know a lot of people kind of got mad at me. Well, not kind of got mad, really got mad at me. I was negative. And I know, KG, you got some of that as well for what transpired. There is no world where losing Tarek Skubal, the best pitcher in baseball, there's no world where losing Tarek Skubal, again, let me say the best pitcher in baseball, where the next year you're just as good, if not better. There isn't a world.
That's a fact. I think the question of the day now is not if they will sign Tarek Skubal, is if they're going to ride it out through 2026 with him. I think that's the biggest question at this point. Do you just hey, we got you for one more year. We know you're going out the door. Do we go after it one more time like a lot of the fans here want? Or do you do something that I think is smart and try to improve your team the best you can as quickly as you can by trading him either in the offseason or, God forbid, the deadline? If it gets to the deadline, you're not going to get much.
No, you aren't. KG, I'm going to say it again. I've been saying this for 2 months. I'm going to say it again. I firmly believe that Scott Harris is going to do everything he can to trade him in November or December. I firmly believe that. Now, I say that with a caveat. If there isn't a great deal out there along the lines of what you just spoke about, maybe he won't pull the trigger. But at the same time,
is he capable of making a great deal?
At the same time, you're getting diminishing return for him the longer he's a Tiger.
No, seriously.
You are.
Neil said it, right before the playoffs. Like, they've put themselves in a corner now to where he's technically a rental at this point. So are you really going to go above and beyond for a rental? Most teams aren't, especially teams that are in the thick of it trying to chase something that have the talent you may want. They're not trying to give up talent, knowing that he's about to go to the market.
That's why when I hear people talk about potential return, somebody that's going to get him feels like they are in a win-now mode.
Right.
If they are in a win-now mode, why the hell would they give you up anything that might help their team in that win-now mode? They're going to say, well, here's our prospect. He's number 5 on the Coochie prospect list.
Right.
Here's another prospect who happens to be number 10 on the Coochie prospect. They're going to do something like that and maybe a body. But I mean, think about it. I always say this when you're talking about a trade. Reverse the situation. Don't think of it from a Tiger standpoint. Think of it from pick a fucking team. Think of it from a Yankee standpoint, okay? Brian Cashman firmly believes that Tarek Skubal is the last piece. He firmly believes that
he finally woke up and realized he needs pitching, huh?
I know. Don't
You're right.
Nobody tell him, okay? But this is what we need. Tarek, you'll look good. You'll look good in pinstripes. Why would he give up anything of consequence that would help his team win a World Series for the first time in, 17 years? Why would he do that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. And I see some chats in here that I kind of want to, address a little bit.
Jump in.
I got to shout out Wheezy D313 because, he just always want to troll us, man. Shout out to him. That's my guy, though. We know you and KG just negative. We don't move like the Dodgers. And you're right. We don't move like the Dodgers. But I got a right to be 100%. Upset, goddammit. I got to get to this other chat in here. Shout out to, I lost it, JD in Florida. He's at his peak already. I'm not quite sure about that one because we maybe thought, well, I didn't think, but some people might have thought that about Max Scherzer, and what did he do? They let him walk out the door, and instantly he wins a World Series and is still one of the premier pitchers in baseball for quite some time after we got rid of him. And Dante151, shout out. Guys, that Gap headline is ridiculously misleading. The Tigers' offer was made before last season, not now. I don't think that matters. The fact that it was that far apart just a year ago, you really think they just gonna wake up and, we'll give you the extra $250? I don't know about that.
I let me take it a step further, okay? And I am not an agent.
Yeah,
I want to stress that.
It may have gotten higher.
I am not an agent. All right. I start with Wheeler's contract in Philly, and I add a lot on top of that.
Exactly.
That's my starting point. So I want you to think about that. You're talking $45 million a year, $50 million a year.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, you're talking about that territory. The Tigers aren't anywhere near that.
Yeah, and they chasing their tail now because we always say yesterday's price is not today's price. A year ago, they were $250 million apart. Like, I'm just saying, like, what do you think it's at now? The Tigers ain't just finna make up that gap.
And I don't know if what you're saying is true. I'm not saying it's not, Dante. I'm not, all right? But two can play that game. Clearly, somebody floated out that the Tigers' offer was allegedly greater to Bregman than the one he signed with the Red Sox. Clearly somebody floated that out, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a smart man, but I think I'm smart enough to figure out, well, Bregman probably didn't get that out there.
Yeah.
And Bregman's agent probably didn't get that out there. So I wonder who got that out there.
Should we call Scooby-Doo in the mystery game?
It's really...
Right.
Guy's wearing a Lynn Henning mask, right? Rips off the Lynn Henning mask and goes, I knew it was you, Scott Harris.
Right, it's Scott Harris.
Right?
And I would have got away with it, too.
If it wasn't for you damn kid. So let me take this. I'm going to try to apply this logic here, all right? So the Tigers claim they don't talk about contracts, and they wouldn't want to perpetuate a negative stereotype about the frugality of this franchise.
That is correct.
So
They told us such at the podium.
if it wasn't the Tigers,
Who could it have been?
could it have been? Could it have been an agent who's trying to drum up the absolute most interest he can in his pitcher, knowing full well that he'll take, 7 points off of it?
Yeah, probably.
7,
Yeah.
right? Probably 7
Around
points
that.
off it?
Around that.
Now, what's 7 points of, say, $475 million, right? So, Dante, I'm not saying you're wrong. I hope you know that. And I heard some people suggest that. But if there are some preliminary discussions, okay, and I don't know this as well, I would think that Scott Boras is going to float this shit out to people, right? Mm-hmm. Because you know what that does? At one time, it makes people say, boy, the Tigers really are that cheap. And at the other time, you know what it does? The legitimate suitors for Tarek Skubal are all going like this.
Oh, yeah. Salivating. Not saying that the
Let's
Tigers...
put together our package right now.
Not saying that the Tigers never had a chance to maybe keep him in-house, but with Scott Boras, my famous saying it was always going to be a wash, it was probably always going to be a wash that he was going to market. And shout out to Big M in the chat. Boris's clients hardly ever re-sign with their original team for max value. He's a super agent for a reason. He's a shark for a reason.
He's the best in the business.
Let's just be real about it. His relationship with the Tigers, I don't think it's the best, relationship in the world.
Especially post-Dave.
Yeah.
Post-Dave.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Guys, I do have some rumors that's been floating out here right now, as this came in yesterday from one Mr. Andy Martino. He is a author, and he also writes for the Mets and Yankees as well, too, as
Shout out.
said that the Mets could potentially trade anyone but Nolan McLean in a package deal for Tarek Skubal.
Now that would be
think
interesting.
I believe it.
That would be interesting.
He's anti Chris Illich.
Yeah,
he will do anything at all costs
now,
to win.
This is where this comes back to what we were talking about a couple minutes ago. Like, if you're a team like the Yankees, I'm not giving you anything of consequence. Now, the Mets being the debacle that they've been, I wonder if they would. I don't know.
I can see it.
I'm going to say it again, though. I don't know how you could say, and by the way, I've been consistent with this for a while, and I'm going to say it again right here. I am convinced they're going to do everything they can to trade him in November or December. Convinced. 100% convinced. I can't stress that to you enough. I don't know for sure if it's going to happen because a lot of it depends on what the return is, but they're going to do everything they can. And if I were a betting man, that's when I think it happens.
I want Lindor in half of your starting lineup. We won't get it, but I need at least 5 of your first. I need your first 5 hitters.
And that's why I say, KG, that's why I say to people like, was it Wheezy D that accused us of being negative? This is, man, I don't know what to tell you. This is playing chess to me, okay? I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But tell me what world the Tigers are a better team trading Tarek Skubal. I don't see a package that comes back here that supersedes what Tarek Skubal meant to the Detroit Tigers. I can't envision a package like that, right?
No.
And if they do get a package like that, I would question the other general manager's sanity. Wait a second. So you're getting Tarek Skubal to really go for it, but yet you're giving up pieces that would help you go for it? This is, when all is said and done, I think this is going to be a scenario where you might get a couple bodies, you might get a couple warm bodies, but you're going to get more prospects so Scott Harris can tell everybody my fingerprints are all over this franchise.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think you hit the nail on the head. I can't see any other logical conclusion to that. And for fans, you just need to prepare yourselves. You're not going to get the value that Tarek Skubal is back in any trade at this point.
No, sir.
But all you can hope is, and shout out to Jerry Alexander in the chat, I hope we find a team that's stupid. I mean, you got to
Amen. You can't ever discount that, right?
Yeah. No,
We've been stupid before.
No, for sure. For a long time. So that's all you can really hope for is that Scott Harris has the chops, and we don't know what he does, to go in there and negotiate.
Not only were we stupid, but for years, up until really about, I would say, a year ago, we continued to flaunt our stupidity. That Justin Verlander deal wasn't bad. Look at all the prospects we got. And then all the prospects went away except for one. And people would say, that deal wasn't bad. We wouldn't have Jake Rogers.
Oh, no, it's okay because JV was at his peak, Sean. JV clearly wasn't going to do anything else once he left the Tigers.
We'll see.
That's crazy. Him, JV, and Scherzer went on to win
I think there was a level of frustration bubbling. I can hear it. I'm talking about level of frustration, and then KG.
I'm still stuck on the fact that JV and Scherzer went on to both win World Series, leaving the Tigers. And it's crazy. JV is going to retire as an Astro, most likely. Like he's. Man, go ahead.
What about the Candyman? We got a great we got Candyman for Castellanos, and remember what we got for JD? Oops. There was a level of frustration last year from me, and I know I talked about it a few times. Maybe I didn't talk about it enough because last year was a golden opportunity. I think especially when you watch the Jays and Mariners right now, and we see how close we came to the Mariners. This was a golden opportunity to maybe get back to the World Series. I still don't think anybody's beating the Dodgers. I just don't. But with that being said, KG, you just said it. I just don't see a world where the Tigers are back in this same spot next year without Tarek Skubal. I mean, you guys just watched the season, okay? Especially down this. How important was Tarek Skubal to this team?
Everything.
You can't quantify it. Right, JB? You can't. I can't quantify how important he was to this team. I can't.
You needed him to go out there and set a playoff record just for you to kind of still be in the game. Man.
All right.
Man.
Hey, maybe we should mix in a break, JB. What do
Please.
you think?
I mean, we could.
Talk about this depressing-ass team again. This is supposed to be my break. This is supposed to be my break right now. Shout out to the Dodgers, man. They go on to repeat.
I told you it's Friday. We don't have any of the reads here either.
My bad.
No,
That's my fault.
No. It's Friday, dude. We're all that way.
The inmates run into prison now.
That's not a you problem. That's an us problem.
The lunatics run the asylum.
We're all just like gassed this week. I don't know what it is. JB, where are we going?
We got to hear from Mad Pax and then Art and Jakes. But first, let me clear up these super chats. Shout out to everyone sending them in right now. We got $5 from Jordan Lionheart. He said, I went to Black Rock to get a steak, but they were all out because they said their new truck driver named KG crashed their trailer. I wanted that steak, man.
I see what you're doing there, Jordan. I see what you're doing there. And just for everybody that knows, we will be giving out a free car wash from Jack's Car Wash for the best super chat this morning. As a matter of fact, JB, do you want to pick that super chat later on today?
Yeah.
And I can pick out who is going to win our free steak from Black Rock. If you want the free steak from Black Rock, in the chat, we will be talking to Dan Miller at 9:15. If you drop a hashtag #AskDan and provide a question that you want to ask Dan Miller on air, I will read that question to him and you will win the Black Rock steak. So
for sure. Jordan Lionheart sent in another $2. He said, target chase 25 times, you are going to win. It's that simple.
Braylon brought up something. We have a group chat, but check out Braylon and Shep every day, 2 o'clock. But Braylon, as a wide receiver, knows a little something about having a quarterback that can get the ball to you, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he brought up. Man, it goes to show you, because God bless Browning. Just atrocious, right?
Yeah.
Joe Flacco could still wing it, man.
He can.
Yeah.
He got a swag about him. Maybe it's the eyes.
It's the eyes.
It's the
Sparkly eyes.
Maz would have been so proud. His two favorite quarterbacks looking youthful out there again.
You know that he was in New Jersey and whipped off no less than 4 batches watching that
easily.
game.
He shed tears probably.
He was jerking at will in the fourth quarter. Just
J-A-W.
Jaw.
Right.
Maz, are you jawing again? No.
Are you jawing?
Oh man, Dante 151 sends in $4.99. He said the NFL record for most targets in a single game is 28 by Brandon Marshall. In 2009, Jamar Chase was 5 off of having an NFL record last night. However, he did achieve a Bengals record in targets.
Jeez, Pete, that's good stuff. Was that Marshall Broncos or Marshall Bears? I don't remember. I could look it up. I could look it up. But go ahead.
And finally, one last one from Jordan Lionheart, sending in $10.
Shout out.
He said 5-year, $250 million is what they offered. He wants 10 for $500. 10 years is egregious for a 30-year-old who can rarely go past 6 innings. He is the best, but 10 years is crazy.
I'm not saying he's going to get the $500 million, but he's not going to get too far off. Somebody's going to give it to him.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to give it to him.
Flat out. And listen, no contract of that caliber normally ends well. Like, there's no happy ending.
No.
That's where you have to hope you have a good GM and team president that can maneuver those waters when that time comes. But for the first 5 years of that contract, you are chasing a World Series. Make no mistake about it.
And you know what, KG, to your point, I want to make this. I totally understand, 100% understand why people are saying, I don't want to sign that contract. I'm with you. Totally. 100%. I can't stress that enough.
Just don't expect to have a premier position player in the MLB.
That's it. That's the give back.
Got to pay the cost to be the boss, man.
That's the give back. That's okay. Yeah, it probably doesn't make sense. We know what contracts that hamstring this franchise look like. We lived it, whether people want to admit it. Nobody was complaining about Miggy the first few years he signed that contract.
Of course not. Because we were in the thick of it.
Right. Nobody wants to play chess and think to the end. And I totally get it. If you're one of those people that's saying, well, good riddance, I don't want to sign him, that's not worth it. I totally get that. And I'm with you in a certain regard. But regardless of your feelings, whether it's yay or nay, you are losing the best pitcher in the game. And I cannot foresee a package that would supersede what his loss means to this team. I can't envision a package. I hope I'm wrong, but that guy would be, was it Jordan earlier? That guy would be the idiot that Jordan spoke of.
Yeah.
He would be. Let's hope we find an idiot, right? Let's hope we find an idiot.
Let's hope so. Finally, one more super chat before we head to break. Shout out to Mike G sending in $4.99.
Shout out.
He says, Shawnee B, you can only take one to Game 7 of Habs and Oilers, the Stanley Cup Final at the Bell Center, or do you take Velma or Daphne to the Mystery Machine?
I gotta go Velma, man. I know he a big Velma fan in the chat as well. I am as well. So.
All right, Red, you're with me. Come on, Red, let's go.
Yep.
Come on, Red, you're with me. All right, where are we going, JB?
All right, let's hear from Mad Packs and then Art and Jakes.
All right, let me tell the good people about Mad Packs. Don't have to read, but they are the hottest new cannabis brand, and they have partnered here with us at Woodward Sports, releasing new products in May, so they are available in stores right now today. High-low, getting you high for the low, delivering top-tier quality at unbeatable prices. They got the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas. Anything you can imagine. They got flower, too, that hits absolutely crazy. You can find it in most dispensaries around. Shout out to Mad Packs, man. And what's Art and Jakes?
Yep, Art and Jakes.
Shout out to Art and Jakes as well. I am not good without my reads, but hey, it is what it is.
I can tell you about Art and Jakes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Whether you're a diehard Spartan fan or you bleed blue for the Wolverines, we got an event coming up for you. How about the Woodward Sports college football show going live from Art and Jake's in Lansing, October 25th for the Michigan State Showdown. Come hang out with us. Enjoy wall-to-wall coverage on 80 TVs, 22 draft beers on tap. You guys can have arguments over which coach gets fired first. A menu stacked with fan favorites like wings, wraps, and the signature Fairway Burger. It is outstanding. There's no better place to catch the action than Art and Jake's Sports Bar and Grill. Download the Art and Jake's app. Join AJ's fan club. Make every game day a win. Northville is my spot. It's a great spot. You'll love Art and Jake's.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. Ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Hey, you know, it might be a good idea for you to, like, stay in the house all weekend. You know, the Lions game is Monday. And I don't know if you saw this. It literally is supposed to pour, like, Saturday night all through Monday morning. Like, torrential downpour, like 1.5 to 2 inches. I can't think of a better way than to have a chill-out Sunday, not the panic-stricken Sunday, because the Lions are on. We'll wait for that until Monday, then chilling in your crib with that. Look at that. Look at it! How beautiful is that? It doesn't get any more Detroit than Buddy's Pizza. You hear Detroit-style pizza all the time. There it is. Like right there, that's Buddy's Style Pizza. They got 22 locations in Michigan. There's probably one near you. You can save 10% off your entire order simply by using promo code 10meal. Like I said, you chilling in your house on Sunday, watching other teams play. You're not all worked up. Chill out while it's raining, watching some NFL with a Buddy's Pizza. Go to buddyspizza.com. And as I said, you can save 10% on your entire order simply by using promo code 10meal. Go do it. All right, welcome back in. Glad you can join us. I said this before, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way. On Friday, I'm just thinking about, like, the upcoming weekend and the Lions, right? Waiting that extra day.
Oh, that's going to suck.
It does. Thank you. I feel like a big baby, JB.
Sundays are going to be, this Sunday is going to be boring. It's going to hit different. You're just going to be standing there staring at the TV like, yeah, this game is cool, but no, I want to see my Lions.
I mean, don't get me. I'm still a little kid inside when it comes to Monday Night Football. And I'm not going to lie to you. I love the 7 o'clock start. I do. I love the 7 o'clock start. You have to remember back in the day for guys like me, and we'll talk to Dan Miller in a little bit.
Get your questions in.
It was a 9 o'clock start. Like 9 o'clock start. You know, you're a kid. My dad would go, get your ass to bed. You know, all that stuff, right? Remind the people how they can get hooked up. KG.
Hey, in the chat, you don't have to super chat or anything, but in the chat, if you want to ask Dan Miller a question, he will be on at 9:15. I will be picking the best question, and that question will also win you a free steak from Black Rock Bar and Grill. So get those questions in there. Ask Dan.
All right, good stuff. No, appreciate every second of it. So Neil just sent this to us, by the way. Thank you, Neil. Check out Neil at 11 o'clock. Remember the non-competitive offer to Tarek Skubal? Less than $100 million. 1 year ago, that's what the Tigers offered Skubal after the 24 season in hopes of signing him to a contract extension, according to multiple people with the knowledge of the situation. Granted anonymity because the offer is not public. The proposal would have covered his final 2 years of arbitration and first 2 years of free agency, making him a first-time free agent after the 2028 season.
Wow.
Think about that.
Man.
Hey, man, you're right. You're going to keep me in my prime, and after 28, I'll hit the free agency when my earning potential starts to go down dramatically after that. Yeah, I'm in.
It's gonna get tough. It's gonna get harder before it gets easier.
I wish people wake up. If you can't see what's happening now, man, just wake up.
That's why we were crashing out during the playoffs.
I'm sorry, you guys. It
ain't all peaches and roses.
The writing has been on the wall, not just about Skubal, but for a lot of things. Like, wake up. If you don't see what's going on, wake up. If the best I can hope for, is the Moneyball A's or the Guardians or the cute little spell that Tampa had, that's frustrating to me. I'm sorry.
You're in trouble.
I'm sorry. It's frustrating to me. And again, please consider the source. I'm somebody who saw a championship, okay? I'm old enough to remember a championship. I want my friends to see a championship that haven't seen it. I want my boy to see a championship who lives and dies for this franchise. Then you wonder where the frustration comes in. Okay, good. Lions host the Bucks, of course, as we said, 7 o'clock on Monday Night Football. ALIM is back. Love every second of that. The number is 5.5 right now.
Trap number.
I can't. You know what it comes down to? Go ahead and call me. I can't see the Lions losing this game. Go ahead and call me a slappy. I can't see them losing this game.
I don't think it's slappy. No. Neil did a good job of explaining this on Big D Energy, 11-1. Shout out. It's a spot game. It's the typical NFL spot game, and he's kind of got a point, man. You got the Lions, coming back home after a really, really tough loss in Kansas City. With a Bucks team who is on fire right now, but are going through the same kind of injury bug that the Lions are going through. So it's an interesting mix, but you got to get an edge to the Lions. I think that overall they still have the better roster, and they'll be able to go out there at home and just be able to it's going to be an offensive game. They're going to need the offense to really go out there and step up. So I expect them to lean into the running game, get that play action going, and get your receivers involved. So this could be a high-flying game. It could be high-scoring, a shootout, but I expect the Lions to come out with a dub.
I absolutely, positively agree with that sentiment, and I want if we can agree on that sentiment that this is going to be an offensive game, who you got?
Come on now.
Especially with the beat-up wide receiving core of the Tampa Buccaneers. Who you got? I like our chances a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Arguably best offense in the league.
ALIM McNeil talking about how he fits in the grand scheme of things.
Visualizing, just how you insert yourself with this defense, like as you watching them, like how do you see yourself jump?
1,000%. That's all I have been doing actually. I'll just be sitting at home, just visualizing, making plays and stuff like that. So I see myself fitting in just fine though, being explosive, getting off blocks, creating pressure on the quarterback, making plays in the backfield. So that's all I've been envisioning, and that's the work I've been putting in towards to be able to do that. So 1,000%. I see myself.
This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
This is about, like, seriously, this is about a month faster than we thought. Like, KG, I remember talking about this with you in the spring, and some of the beat writers had suggested Thanksgiving at the latest. The hope was early November, after the bye week. Remember?
Yeah.
After the bye week. So what would that make it? That would make it November 5th or whatever the hell it is. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me. What date would that be? If it's the 26th, so it would be the 2nd. It would be November 2nd, and that was kind of the area, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people thought it would be Thanksgiving. Well, that's November 27th. We're getting this dude a month early. We're getting this dude a month early, man.
That's beautiful. And you heard his comments a couple weeks ago when he said that he was about 93% good to go. But you didn't know how realistic that was, because you kind of get that from players all the time. But the fact that they were able to get him back and worked into this thing so quickly, I think that only benefits the Lions. And now he's going to have even more rest, because after this game, you're going into the bye week. So I think you come out of the bye week looking real good with one of the best three-man rotations at the interior defensive line position that you can have in the league.
Yep.
Flat out.
No doubt about it. Alim, can't wait for Monday Night Football.
You told us a couple weeks ago there were no dark days in your rehab. It's just the way you live. But is this a day, this upcoming game, something that you've been looking forward to in your mind for a while?
Yeah, that's the only thing I've been looking forward to. I don't even know how to explain that to you. I've been waiting on this day for a long, long time. And I think the last time I was playing football, I was wearing the black jerseys.
Yeah.
And then I come back and we're wearing the black jerseys. So it's kind of cool. But, I've been looking forward to this day a long time.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Brad Galley. Appreciate
Big shout
you,
out.
Brad. Let me throw this out there, okay? I'm still going to say this, and KG, I think you're on this train with me. JB, I'm not sure, but I'll give you an opportunity. Do I want another edge?
Of course.
No, absolutely.
We all do.
Right? I do.
Yes.
I want one. I want another edge. But here's the but. How much better is Alim McNeil going to make Tyleek?
Oh, a lot.
How much better is he going to make Hutch?
A lot.
How much better is he going to make? They fired JB on the other side. JB is starting the opposite side.
JB gonna be looking like one of the best pass rushers in the league.
The Lions front four just got a hell of a lot better. A hell of a lot better. And look, do we want more? Of course we do. We're greedy bastards, right?
Yeah.
As good as it's been this year, yeah, of course I want more, because you know how important it is in the National Football League today. So you're getting back. It's not the edge that so many people have clamored for, and we've thrown every name out there. We're going to, well, I don't know. Are we going to continue to hear the Trey Hendrickson stuff? I don't know if we will now, right?
Yeah, it's a good question.
He was mysteriously out last night.
He's not coming back to the Bengals, though, so they kind of be smart to just still kind of deal him at the
I would think so.
He's not coming back. That relationship is severed at this point.
I would think so. I mean, once he gets healthy, right?
Yeah.
That's well, since they're back, I don't know. Do they want to trade him? They're in the Tarek Skubal position, right?
They might be back. So that's a good question.
Since he's back.
It's a good question.
Yeah, so you know what? I don't know what the vibe is on this one right now. I know people talk about it. Maz is huge with the 5.5. Like the 5.5 is always what did you call it, KG?
The trap number.
The trap number?
Mm-hmm. Normally that indicates a trap game.
Well, I'm at the point where, like, you know me, I don't, like, seriously, I don't gamble. I really truly don't. I did at one point in time. I don't. I stay away from it now. But with that being said, if I were to gamble, I'm not sure I'd want to give the 5.5. No? I think the Lions find a way. Now, the thing that worries me a little bit is this is a Tampa team that does exactly what I just said. They find a way. Look at their schedule. They have won a slew of one-score games. And again, I'm not dismissing Tampa, man. I was talking them up last year when they were here. I'm not dismissing Tampa. I'm trying to think of ways that Tampa wins this game, and I feel like such a slapdick for verbalizing this, and I'm going to go ahead and apologize before I even say it. KG, I don't see it. I just don't. I think both things can be true. They can keep it close. They can maybe even cover the spread. I just don't think they're winning this game at Ford Field.
And I'm not mad at that logic, but they are a team that could clip you if you don't come in here. And not to say that the Lions wouldn't take them serious, but if you come in here and you're making mistakes and shooting yourself in the foot, this is a team that can absolutely capitalize on that, especially if it turns into a game in which we kind of saw with this, previous Lions losses, you can't run the football. If you come in there and Vita Vea is giving you trouble, you can't really get a consistent run protection for both of your backs, that's going to be a problem. If Jared Goff is under duress a lot of the game, that's going to be a problem.
Always.
So, they have to come out firing on all cylinders, and they have to limit mistakes because you give Tampa, some chances to get back in the ball game, and they are the type of team that will take it.
Always. Let's face it. I don't care what anybody says, and I think we've what's the word? I'm going to say it. We've matured well enough that people don't get all agitated when you say something like this. Protecting Jared Goff is of the utmost importance.
Yeah.
And here's the old bit, okay? Just as a reminder. No quarterback likes pressure. No quarterback likes pressure. Many, many quarterbacks deal with pressure better than Jared Goff does and perform better under pressure than Jared Goff does. And I hope we're at the point now where people don't take that as a slight on Jared Goff. I'm happy he's here. And the Lions put a player in a position of comfortability that is going to maximize his potential, right? Yeah, let's make sure that we have a tight offensive line and allow this guy to take his scalpel out as much as possible and go, yep, I'm going to cut here, I'm going to cut here, I'm going to cut here. And that's exactly what they've done.
Yeah.
And in those momentary lapses, I think Jared has shown us, or reminded us, I should say, the importance, KG, of protecting him.
No, like you said, every quarterback needs protection, but especially for somebody like a Jared Goff that isn't really the most mobile quarterback. If he gets that pressure from the interior, he's somebody that's going to go to the ground. Like, he isn't somebody that's going to make a miraculous play, be able to shed a whole bunch of tackles, still look down the field and deliver the football. So it is of the utmost importance for the Lions to go out there and protect Jared Goff, which they've done a pretty good job at most of the year, a couple exceptions in there. But overall, I've been happy with the offensive line play and even the play of the younger guys. I felt like they've done a great job to this point. Are they going to get beat occasionally? Yes, and you saw it in the Chiefs game as well. Chris Jones getting after Christian Mahogany, providing some pressure on Tate as well. It's not going to be easy because a lot of teams view that as a weakness for this Lions team. They're going to attack it. They're going to try to exploit it. But the Lions have to do just a better job at being able to counter that, and they've been able to do that in most games.
We were taken out of the comfort zone last week. There's no doubt about that. Yep. It would have been great to get 7. That's what I love about this coaching staff. They love 7s. They don't like 3s. They don't like 7s.
You don't win with 3s in this league.
Sorry. You know how important the 7 was. That first drive, whether we wanted to admit it or not, I think all of us deep inside did a little wince when they had to settle for 3, right?
Yeah.
Especially after the delay of game. It was just like, well, now we have to kind of kick the field goal. Bitter beer face stuff.
Right.
But set the tone right away. Just let them know this is what it's going to be all night. Like, you guys need to know this. This is what it's going to be all night. We're going to come at you. You're going to see our diverse offense. We're not going to get ourselves in those positions that we found ourselves in last week. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it, maybe without the late game heroics, KG, I wouldn't be surprised if it turned into a game, like last night's game was. Where I'm not saying the Lions are going to have to go down the field late and get a Jake Bates field goal or something like that. But honestly, 34-31, 35-31, something like that. I think both teams are going to be able to do some things against the other.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes out like that, I feel like the defensive line didn't have the best game because you got to find ways to pressure Baker Mayfield. You cannot just allow him to roam free and be able to find receivers down the field. I understand he's going to be without a lot of his weapons, but he is still a dangerous quarterback, and he's somebody that can kill you with his legs if you give him the opportunity. So not saying he's like super mobile, but he is somebody that can get out of the pocket. So
is that white boy wiggle? Would we call what Baker does white boy wiggle?
I would view it as that. Shout out to T-Foss. But I think it's imperative that the Lions defensively also come to have a good game because that secondary is compromised. We all know that. So the key is going to be blitzing Baker Mayfield, trying to get as much pressure on him as you can, whether that's through 5 or even maybe 6-man fronts, and daring him to throw the football while he has defenders coming at him. That's going to be the best way to win.
You know what? I think Baker's going to get his in this because I have a strange feeling that Tampa's going to be forced into playing catch up.
Yeah.
I have a strange feeling that they're going to be forced to play in catch-up. Now, when I say catch-up, I'm not saying the Lions get up by 17 or 21 or something like that, but just one of those games, KG, where it just seems like we're always a score or two ahead.
I feel you.
Like honestly, you know, like it's a 10-point game, then it's a 7, but then it's a 10-point game, then it's a 14-point, just something like that. You know, where they're just always, always in that position of trying to get a stop and then a score to get back in.
Yeah, no, you need a one-score gap, a one-score advantage, and the Lions do a very good job of that. They're the type of offense that if they get a 10-point lead on you, it's pretty much you might as well pack it in because they're going to, be able to control the clock. That's typical Lions football, time of possession, and you're playing catch-up the whole game, like you said. So, no, I definitely agree. If they can get out and get at least a touchdown advantage, I feel like that works in that favor.
Can you guys look this up? Can you guys look, what's the over-under in this one? I'm intrigued at what the over-under in this one is.
Yeah. Looking courtesy of Caesar Sports.
Thank you, Caesars. Appreciate you guys. But it's a 5.5 line. It hasn't budged, right? It's been 5.5 all week, right?
Sure has.
Over under is set at 52.5.
I'd bury the over.
Yeah.
I'd bury the over.
Bury? I don't know.
I'd bury the over. I'm
if
serious.
One of those offenses struggled and you're not hitting that. So, I don't know.
Well, like you guys said, I think it's going to be that 10-point gap no matter what. Even if Baker and the Bucs somehow come down and get a field goal, Lions are going to go back out there and get another field goal. So they're still extending that 10-point lead. Somehow, some way, Baker is going to have his back up against the wall and needing to score. They're going to have to throw more and more. And if you only got Mike Evans out there that you can rely on, it's not a good look for you.
Yeah, shout out to Stick. He said take the over.
I'm with you, Stick. No, sir, I want you guys to think about this, okay? Let's say it's 31-21. 31-21, right on the number late. And Tampa has to go down the field and score. And the Lions go into okay, cool, we're going to sit back. Because a touchdown or a field goal don't hurt us, right? Let's say they have to settle for the field goal on that last drive. It's 31-24, and there's your over.
Yeah.
Right? 31-28, there's your over. And then Tampa has to rely on that. All right, let's go see if we can get that onside kick type of crap. But I envision something like that, man. I envision something like that. We're going to get ours. I firmly believe that. I've watched this team for far too long. When they have a less than performance by their lofty standards, how many times have we seen Jared Goff in this offense bounce back?
We have.
That's just reality.
3 years of proof on that.
And see, that's what, let me remind you guys, the Lions haven't lost back-to-back games in almost 3 years. Almost 3 years.
And we're not saying that as a given because I've seen people online, you guys, you think that's just... No, we're not saying that it's a given that they're going to win that because of the record. But at the same time, that just shows you the quality of team that the Detroit Lions are. Their ability to bounce back week to week, from losses like that. It's amazing. That's so hard to do in this league. That's not an easy, feat.
And usually bounce back emphatically.
Exactly.
All right? I mean, that's what we would call a trend. It doesn't guarantee anything, but I think that's safe to say that that's a trend.
Yeah.
When it's 3 years, it's October 23rd and October 30th, 2022. I mean, that's almost 3 years to the date.
It's incredible, man. It's so easy to rack up losses in the NFL. And listen, one day that record is going to be broken, clearly. One day a team is going to clip the Lions after they come off of a loss. I don't know if that's going to be this Monday.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't know.
I don't think it's – after everything that went down this week, I mean, if anything, didn't it galvanize? This has galvanized the Lions.
Yeah.
They know what people are saying. They know what people are saying about one of their own. Are you kidding me?
Keep them pissed off. I love it.
I like –
Keep this team pissed off. When they are pissed off, that's when they play their game.
I like the Lions' chances a lot in this game. I really, truly do. So 5.5 and what'd you say? 52.5?
52.5.
I don't know if I'd touch the 5.5 though. I got to be honest.
I touched the 5.5 before the.
Would you really?
For the over.
Oh, I love the over. I'm not even. But again, consider the source. I don't bet. Like that's just one thing I don't bet.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at that. We're gonna get to Dan Miller in just a second. What do we have? What do we have this Sunday? Because like legitimately, if you guys aren't aware of this, like it's supposed to pour, like catastrophic pouring around here this weekend. Okay, just to give you a heads up. Rams and Jags are the London game. All right, we got Raiders Chiefs. Of course we do.
Right.
Of course we do. At 1 o'clock. Saints and Bears at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I hate watching Bears. I admit it.
Oh, yeah.
I hate watch. Anytime the Bears are on, I hate watching Bears.
Spencer Rattler, baby.
The 4 o'clock games, I'm guessing the game of the week is what? Commanders Cowboys?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always fun to watch the Cowboys, isn't it? We always that's a fun bit as well.
On paper, that was a good game. I don't know how it's gonna play out now though, but yeah.
I don't know about that.
Falcons at the Niners for the Sunday night game, but of course we're gonna be talking about Monday, and don't forget we got you covered. Not only will you get the coverage all day on Monday, but we are going to be out at second best. I know KG's going to be out there with Neil and I. 4 to 6, KG. We're out
Yes,
there
sir.
4 to 6.
Yes, sir.
So really looking forward to that. If you're going to the game on Monday night, stop by second best. I highly suggest they got a really good chicken sandwich. But if you like those good smoked wings and they got a good smoked flavor, they got a fantastic batch of naked smoked wings. I'm telling you, the real deal. As somebody who lives and dies with his smoker, they got it right. So make sure you check us out. Of course, we'll have you covered during the game. We'll have you covered with the post game. You know how we do here at Woodward Sports. All right, we're up against it. We are going to talk to Dan Miller. KG, remind the people one more time, if you haven't got your submission in yet, there's still time to get your submission in. You can ask Dan Miller a question and win from Woodward Sports.
I've already seen a couple good ones, but if you want to be able to ask Dan Miller a question on the air, drop it in the chat under Ask Dan, hashtag Ask Dan, and the question that gets picked to be read on air will also win a free steak from Black Rock Bar and Grill.
Outstanding.
Get him in.
JB, where are we going?
We got to hear from BlackRock and Sharing's Heat in the Air. But first, let me clear up this super chat from our guy, Freddie Felt 313. He has a special offer for everyone listening in the chat right now. He said that he is selling 2 seats from the Joe, the Palace, and Silverdome seat back. He's asking $750 or best offer. He said he is free on Sunday to meet up for the sale as well too. And he sent in some pictures for you guys to check out. So,
oh, that's pretty cool, man.
These are the seats. Certificate of authenticity from the Joe, where they came from as well too. He's also throwing in those banners as well too. Those Wings banners up there, and seats from the Palace.
Nice.
All right, can I? Which place would you most want a seat from? I'm intrigued.
Definitely the Silverdome.
Me too.
Oh, Silverdome would be nice.
I'm a hockey fan first, but me too.
I never got a chance to go there, and I would love to have that kind of memorabilia because I always hear the fine stories about the Silverdome, and I'm like, damn, I wish I could have.
It was such a dump. Yeah. I can't like KG. I cannot, and I say that if it's possible with like love. It was our dump.
Oh, of course.
It was such a dump.
No, I saw a video where like the wind tunnel coming into the door was like outrageous. It's like, man, I wish I want some of that history. That's
either the Silverdome or the old Tiger Stadium.
That part.
Yeah,
Old
yeah.
Tiger Stadium.
Old
too.
Tiger Stadium. Yeah.
I have, you guys were in my basement. You know I have like the dry erase board from Joe Louis Arena, right? You guys were over at my house. Did you
yeah.
see that when you were over? I literally have Mike Babcock's like big giant dry erase board down my basement. And you can see on there, fuck you, fuck everybody, you know, Babcock's anger everywhere, all over. I joke, I kid. But no, that's fantastic. So hit Freddie up if you're interested in something like that, no doubt.
Hit Freddie up if you're interested. Serious offers only, guys. Don't play around with our buddy.
Right. Don't play with my man's money, man.
Yeah, let's hear from Black Rock and then Sharon's Heating and Air.
Hey, if you're looking for dinner plans at Sizzle, well, look no further than Black Rock Bar and Grill. It is the home of the steak on the stone. Try the steak and lobster for just $19.99. That's a limited time, so you better jump on that. Get some of Braylon's beef. How about a 20-ounce hand-cut New York strip? Also try the $14.99 fish and chip all day, every day, cheesy pull-apart bread, and their famous chili just in time for chili season. Don't forget, when the Lions win, you win. Stop into Black Rock after a Lions win and get a free appetizer only from Black Rock Bar and Grill. Want to give a shout out to Sharon's as well. Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. They've been in business for over 40 years, which tells you they're doing something right. You don't last that long in any business unless you're doing something right, okay? What are they doing right? They got reliable service, and they treat you like family. It helps that they offer it all as well. Heating, cooling, indoor air quality, water heaters, whole home generators, and memberships. Right now, DTE Gas customers, you get a free furnace tune-up through December 1st. So make that call. Call Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning today, 734-238-3839. That's 734-238-3839. Or you can scan that QR code right there. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
Oh. I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions. A ton ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Whether you're hitting the game or just chilling at home, Jars has you covered with top shelf quality and unmatched variety. Jars is priced for the people so you can stock up without having to break the bank. If you're ready to re-up, then head over to shopjars.com or stop by your nearest Jars location to get your re-up on right now at Jars.
Hey, Chav.
All right, welcome back in. Glad you can join us. JB, do we have the man, the myth, the legend?
Oh, the legend is on.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Does a fantastic job. Not only, obviously, is the voice of the Detroit Lions, but he is the sports director at Fox 2 as well. Let's bring him in. Dan Miller. And Dan, 10-year-old Sean is talking to you right now, okay? So you're going to have to excuse me. Why do I have to wait till Monday night, damn it? I want my Lions this weekend. No, hey, it's always a special thing. Monday Night Football for our generation, Dan. I tell my kids this all the time. I don't think they understand how big Monday Night Football was when we were kids, and it's still a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and I think they don't understand just how much it meant to stay up and watch the games and the halftime highlights back when we were young, because you hadn't seen a lot of those. Those were first-time highlights. Now you've seen them all by, during the game, within an hour after the game, and all those things. So I think there is something within us that goes back to Cosell and Meredith and, Gifford and those guys that makes Monday night special. I think probably for this generation, it doesn't mean as much because there's so many games at night when – back in the day, this was it. There was no Saturday. There was no Thursday for the NFL. It was Sunday during the day and one game Monday night, and that was it. So it was a really cool thing always. So I think we always have that nostalgic feel when we see a game like this.
Hey, Dan, let's talk about the Detroit Lions, and I want to make this crystal clear. This does not guarantee a win against a really good Tampa team on Monday, but I think it's a testament to what Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell have built here, that this is a team, whenever they'd faced adversity or faced a loss, and let's face it, we haven't seen too many in the last few years, they always respond emphatically. They haven't lost a game in back-to-back weeks since October 23rd and October 30th of 2022. And to me, that's a small snapshot of just exactly what these guys have been able to do here.
Yeah, and Sean, that's 50 games. And I would say, not to nitpick, I don't think it's a small snapshot because there's not another team in this league that's even close to that. And it's hard not to, at some point, over now approaching 3 regular seasons, if you look at 51 games this coming week, that's a hard thing to do. And like I said, just look at the fact that nobody else is even close to that. Nobody else even has a string that's remotely in that ballpark. And it just goes to, I think, Dan Campbell's strength and what Brad Holmes looks for in guys is part of this. But I think Campbell's ability to constantly understand where his team is, what they need, does he need to push them? Does he need to pull back? Whatever it is, he seems to understand that and be able to get that out of his guys and have them ready to play for a game. It's pretty rare that you see the Lions play down to a team. Normally, if it's a team where they're favored significantly, they win significantly. And I think that's one of the keys to this thing. You don't really lose many games that you shouldn't. So it's, again, I think it's part of the program that they've built. I think it says a lot about how they've done it and the way they've done it and how they execute it. And you're right, that's on the line again this week. And this is a big game for a lot of reasons. It's an NFC team. It's a team that has the best record in the conference right now. And all those things, if you're looking down the line, might come into play when it comes to seeding. So this could end up being either a big win for them or a loss that comes back to haunt them a little bit later.
Good morning, Dan. Pleasure to talk to you as always. And we'd be remiss if we didn't go back and talk about this Kansas City game that ended kind of wildly. From everything from the touchdown being called back on Jared Goff to Brian Branch striking Juju Smith-Schuster and getting a 1-game suspension. Just from your view, what did you think about, the call, the touchdown being called back? What were your feelings on that? And kind of what we heard come out, that they may have lied about what they actually did during game procedure, and just your thoughts on the Brian Branch suspension as well.
Well, I don't know if we're ever going to get the absolute truth on what happened in game procedure. The NFL's saying that they did not get involved, that the booth did not get involved, that New York did not get involved. The call itself, it looks like they got right. I mean, it looks like that should not have been a touchdown, and it should have been flagged, and that was on the Lions. The fact that it wasn't flagged and then it took so long to flag it is where all of this becomes problematic, and seemingly that somebody told Dan Campbell that it came from New York or came from above or whatever it was. I don't know if we'll ever get to the bottom of that, but just understand there's plenty of plays that go that aren't flagged. Just batting the ball out of the end zone in Seattle, certainly one of those that comes to mind immediately. Nobody went back and called anybody and told anybody to throw that flag. So, look, bottom line is this. It's disappointing that there might be some whatever in there, but they didn't execute it properly, and it appears that should have been thrown one way or the other. And then the end of the game, look, you can't do that. You can't do what Brian Branch did. I'm a huge Brian Branch fan, and I had somebody the other day on a talk show ask me about Brian Branch and his character and Dan Campbell and whether or not a player with that kind of character can play for Dan Campbell. And I said, you need to separate character from a moment and a behavior.
Here.
Brian Branch has terrific character. If you ever had a chance to spend any time talking to him, he's an outstanding young man. He had a really bad moment that he can't do again. And the problem is he's a repeat offender. He's been fined 13, 14 times. Now it's up to something like $250,000. Something somebody else said to me recently was, the other thing Brian's got to realize is that's real money.
Uh-huh.
That's real money you're never going to have, and it's being taken away from you. So, I think sometimes your greatest strength can be, something that hurts you or your greatest weakness. And, I asked Brian about a month ago, I said, do you have a brake pedal or is it all gas? He said, all gas all the time. I think there has to be a couple times where he needs to take the foot off the gas a little bit. And that was one where he needed to control his emotions. And now I'm not going to judge somebody by their worst moment. I will say that was a massive mistake. It cost him. It's going to cost the team because he's not going to play in this game on Monday night when they really need him. And I hope he sees that, and this is a cautionary tale that helps him going forward.
No, I totally agree with you there. And just give us your thoughts on what the Lions need to do in order to win this game Monday night, because this is a big game. Make no mistake about it. Wouldn't say must win, but it's up there with the you could really use this win category going into the bye week. So what keys do the Lions need in order to win this game against the Bucs?
Well, I think it would be nice if they get back on some of those takeaways. They were on a really nice run going into that Kansas City game where they had been taking the ball away from the opponent and scoring points off of those takeaways. And that's the number one way you win games in this league. You force your opponent into an empty possession, and then you turn that into points for yourself. If they can get a couple takeaways against Mayfield, force a fumble, punch something out, whatever it is, and turn that into points, that's going to bode well for them. And that's really had been their recipe in the weeks before that. And then offensively, I think, that game against Kansas City, they didn't finish a couple of drives. And it's like when Amon-Ra St. Brown drops the ball, what do you do with that? It's like, I think you just say, okay, he is human. It happens, and we'll see you again in 5 years. Because that's kind of what it is with him. But, man, that was a big play. And if he catches that ball and they finish that drive, which they normally do, you're up 2 scores. You're up 17-6. So I just thought that kind of took the game out of sync. Aiden's 15-yard penalty. It's mistakes like that where you're giving an opponent that doesn't need any help. So I think you need to avoid those things, avoid those types of mistakes. You can't turn the ball over. You can't give their defense a reason to believe this is going to be a good night for them because they've had some struggles this year at times. And don't make it easy on Baker if he doesn't have his full complement of receivers out there to give him short fields or let their defense score points. So it's a long way of saying it's the same recipe that it is for this team all the time. It is find a way to take the ball away from the other team and then just let your offense do what they do. And they're good enough that they can control a game. They can stack those runs together where they score touchdowns on 4 out of 5 possessions or something like that. And I think you're going to be in great shape.
Dan Miller, the voice of the Lions, and, of course, the sports director at Fox 2, kindly joining us. Dan, you mentioned Baker. Like, it's hard not to like this guy from afar. The Baker Reclamation Project is fascinating to me. I mean, he really, these are my words, I don't want to get Dan in trouble, he came across as a douche not that long ago. He really, truly did. He was relegated to practice team duty in Carolina, playing the role of a defensive end. This is a guy that I watch him from afar and just go, there's a moxie there. I like this guy. I don't want to see any of it Monday night, but what an incredible turnaround for this young man.
I agree, and you know what? He was really good in Cleveland for a while, and then it looked like there was a shoulder injury, and they gave up on him, and they sent him off, and bounced around. He wasn't good in Carolina, so it kind of that's the one that maybe it's just Carolina, maybe it's what was going on there, maybe he's still hurt. I don't know, but that was the one that kind of perplexed me because he got another shot and then it didn't work out, and the LA thing was a blip. But he certainly found himself here, and he is an absolute leader. He is a stud, man. That 3rd and 14 run is one of the highlights of the year.
Yep.
And, he's got a cannon for an arm. He can throw it down the field. He knows how to use those receivers. He's got 1 interception all year, whereas last year that was an issue for him. So, look, I agree with you. He's a guy that just kind of draws you to him. He's a hard guy not to like for most of his career. He seems to just have a little, leadership charisma to him that you as a fan can latch onto, and his teammates do as well. So, I appreciate what he's done, and I think you can look at both quarterbacks in this league that have kind of been in this game that have kind of been left for done at some point in their career, and here they are bouncing back now, and Baker's having as good a year as anybody, and Jared's had as good a 3-4 years as anybody.
Hey, shout out, Dan. We are giving away a steak from Black Rock Bar and Grill, one of our great sponsors here. And I wanted to find a way to maybe connect the fans to you because you're such a big figure in this town. A lot of people love you, me included. So we're going to start doing Miller Mailbag. And the question that I pick will also win that steak from Black Rock Bar and Grill. So this question comes from, and I'm going to butcher this, I apologize, Diazbit, I believe his name is pronounced. JB will flash the question on the screen. But Miller Mailbag, who was Dan's favorite game announcer that contributed to you wanting to pursue it as a career path?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. Well, if you're going to butcher something, let it involve a steak, number one.
Right? Big facts.
That's fair.
Barbecue at Sean's.
I think, I would throw a couple of them out there. I think, growing up, Sean and I were just talking about it. I used to sit on the phone with my friend Kevin Campbell when the Monday Night Football Open came on. And they would show those guys in the booth. And that's all I could think about was I wanted to be one of those guys. The biggest guy that impacted me was a sportscaster named Warner Wolf in Washington.
Yeah.
And he was the guy that when I was 8, 9 years old, I was watching him and I wanted to be him. And then I think just Summerall was the guy that when you heard his voice, it screamed big game. And I always wanted to be somebody that could do something like that. I didn't know what it would ultimately be. But I think growing up, and it was Summerall in Brookshire at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was those guys that when they came on at 4:00, and I grew up in Washington, and it was a Dallas-Washington game, you just knew it was a big deal because it was those guys doing the announcing. And there's a ton of guys that I have, Frank Herzog was the longtime voice of Washington when I grew up, and, his touchdown call is the one that he actually gave to me and said, you can use it, and I do use it. But it's so I think we're all in this business. We have little pieces of everything in us, and then we have our own touch that we put on it. But I do believe that so many of the things we hear and see impact who we ultimately become in this business. And what I tell people, not to go on too long here, guys, but what I ultimately tell, young people is make sure you're in there too, because that's the only thing that will separate you from other people. You can't be a carbon copy of something else or try to be somebody else. I do think we steal things here and there.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's the touch you put on it that means something. And believe me, there's so many guys now that I love, from Joe Buck to Tirico to guys that are doing it, and they're so good. And I'm just, always in awe. And I'll give you another one, then I'm going to leave because I'm talking too much.
Never talking too much, Dan.
The Tigers. What blew me away the other night, and I sent Dan Dickerson a text about this, that because we were listening to Dickerson and we were listening to Adam Amin. If you're in our business and you heard those guys call that game for 15 innings and the intensity that game brought when every team, both of them, time after time had a chance to win it, I was blown away by the job that those guys did, Dan on the radio and Adam on TV. And I have such appreciation for other people in this business that do it at a level like that. It was just awesome.
Dan, Pat Summerall said more with less words than any broadcaster that ever lived. All he had to say was, Riggins. And you knew, there's John Riggins going for a 25-yard run with Charlie Waters chasing him. It's just, that's Sunday afternoon in my house. I mean, it really is. It's
and it's
awesome.
When you heard it, you knew, Sean, it was something big. It was just like that. As soon as he opened his mouth, it was just like, oh man, here we go. And it was just very, he had a style unto himself, and he was awesome. And I don't know that many people could get away with doing it the way he did it, because you're right. His economy of words was just incredible, but impactful. You didn't need a ton of words because it sent the message of the moment, and it was amazing.
Hey, before we let you go, Game Day Live still Sunday at 10 a.m. on Fox 2?
Yep, much to Wojo's dismay, he still has to get up and go to work on Sunday morning despite the fact that there is no game. So we'll be on there at 10 a.m. and then out at the stadium on Monday night, and I can't wait. I think it's going to be an amazing night in downtown Detroit. I think people are going to be ready for this thing, and I think it's going to be lit down there.
Really looking forward to it. Dan, always a pleasure catching up with you, my friend. Dan Miller, the voice of the Detroit Lions, and, of course, the sports director at Fox 2. Have a great weekend, bud.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you.
All right, Dan Miller.
Man.
It's funny, and I like to unmaz a little bit.
Oh,
you
of
guys,
course.
Don't tell him.
That's the joy of working with Maz.
He loves Pat Summerall so much, right?
He does.
And listen, I do too, but at the end, it got bad. Like, it got really bad.
There's no good endings here.
There wasn't a good, and he gets so mad at me. Fumble. What are you talking about, old man? Right. I mean, really, that's how bad it got. But.
Oh, man. And shout out to Dan. He provided an amazing answer. And I actually pronounced his name right. I'm surprised. Diazbit is how you pronounce it.
All right, see, look, now we know.
Shout out to Diazbit.
Enjoy that steak.
No, you absolutely won that Black Rock steak. So what you do is you will email Brendan B at woodwardsports.com. JB will pin it to the chat so you can have it. But Brendan B, BRENDANB at woodwardsports.com, and we will get you that steak.
No, appreciate you.
Shout out, man.
Yeah, very much.
And stay tuned because we still got a car wash to give away.
Yeah, we do. Oh, yeah. We have a car wash giveaway. We're going to talk some college football when we come back. We got to go over our picks, and of course, we always end the Friday show, well, every day, with What's Trending with JB Smoove. Don't go anywhere, JB. Where are we going?
We got to hear from Wicked Pickle. Let me see. Nope, no super chat. So, yeah, let's go to Wicked Pickle.
Hey, if you're looking for the ultimate pickleball experience, check out Wicked Pickle, Metro Detroit's hottest indoor pickleball spot. 10 climate-controlled courts, daily open play for all levels, and a chill lounge with TVs, ping pong, cold drinks. It's always game on, rain or shine. If you're throwing a party, team event, they host groups from 10 to 200. Don't miss the APA Michigan Gold Cup. It's November 22nd and 23rd. You can sign up at pickleballtournaments.com, and we got a little shindig going on out there. Mark your calendars, January 9th, the Woodward Sports Pickleball Party. More details to come, but certainly just be aware that it's coming. Check out Wicked Pickle.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Woodward Sports is your #1 source for all things Detroit sports. Start your day with the Sean Baligian Morning Show from 8 to 10 a.m. Rolling into Big D Energy with Neil Rule, Jerry Foster, and Red Wing great Darren McCarty. Then make sure you're watching the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep from 2 to 4 p.m. Michigan great Braylon Edwards and the elite Matt Shepard break down all the biggest sports stories. End your day with the Woodward Heavyweights. Join Spencer and EZ nightly from 5 to 7 p.m. Every day, all the sports, all Detroit, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's #1 sports network.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Hey, Sundays in Detroit just got smoother with Sun Cruiser Vodka, Iced Tea, and Woodward Sports. And it's going to carry over to Monday with that Monday night game being on. And, of course, we'll be down at second best. You got the iced tea. You got the pink lemonade. You got the lemonade. You got the peach. It is really, really outstanding. There's no other way to say that. Only 100 calories, 4.5% alcohol. It's perfect for tailgates, hanging out at second best, getting ready for a Lions game, couch gates, wherever you are watching Detroit football. So this season, let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser and Woodward Sports. Please drink responsibly. All right, boy, we got a lot to do today. This kind of crept up on us.
Right?
There's
Look at young Justin walking in here.
Justin walking in.
With his Dylan Larkin jersey.
Yeah, you
Feeling
know what?
proud. Look
Hey,
at that.
listen.
He's about to go to a game right now. Look at this
Dylan
guy.
Larkin has been on fire, and I don't think enough is being said about Dylan Larkin. Because you know what? Like, all jokes aside, we get enamored with the shiny things, right?
We do.
We do. We get enamored with the shiny things, and we get enamored with the young players that are coming up that you know as well as I do they're not going to show, constant glimpses of what is yet to come, but they're going to show enough to entice you. But I'm serious when I say this. I really like the go in Dylan Larkin right now.
Absolutely.
Hey, Slappy, how are you?
How's it going?
You all right?
You guys should have told me that Maz was in here. I would have pulled up, bring some youthful vibes into the building. Don't worry.
Hey, we didn't know, man.
Dylan Larkin has those youthful vibes. He's playing freely like he used to when he was younger. He's been great on the puck. He's been being a good leader out there. I mean, what's there not to like right now as a Red Wings fan outside of that first game?
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, all jokes aside, that wasn't a bad thing. And I told you, you and I were talking about this in one of our chats. We have a hockey chat. And the one thing that I said is, I said, hey, listen, at what point in time, if the last couple coaches have been saying the same thing about this group of players, it wouldn't be the first time he's had been under that light. Where were you last night at 2 a.m., young man? All right, after Western won the championship, and Justin was partying like a rock star. Hey, like Justin, what McClellan said sound an awful lot alike what previous coaches have said. Hey, guys, if not now, when? I'm tired of hearing this, hey, don't worry, we're going to go. And the team responded.
Yeah, they did, and they came out and they didn't get outmatched physically by Florida, and that was my biggest takeaway was the fact that they were able to stand up and they were able to, because they still got out hit. And it's hard to out-hit that Florida team, but they didn't back down. I loved Marco Casper the first period, cross-check that I forgot who it was, but right back, not take his shit. I love that from Marco Casper. This team has a different energy. They seem like they're playing more McClellan style. They're not playing like how they were under Lalonde. They absolutely have a want to have the puck on their sticks at all time. They're not willing to dump and chase, and that's what I love seeing. I would love to see a little bit better on the defensive breakout.
Back end.
Yeah, defensive breakout. The defensive breakout's the only thing that scares me right now.
Cole Caulfield, overtime winner Tuesday night. Tied the game with 20 seconds left last night. Won it in overtime again. He's pretty good.
He is pretty good.
He's pretty good. Hey, did you guys see the Signetti 8-year?
Yeah.
11. They had to do it, right?
Of course they did.
You had to do that. That's like an absolute no-brainer, right?
You are on the cliff pushing over into being a Big Ten powerhouse. You just beat Oregon. This is how you make sure that you continue the momentum forward and you have the best coach in your school's history.
Just like Mark D'Antonio did at Michigan. Oh, wait. No.
Yeah. Tough story about that one.
I had to have a sad moment.
It's okay. That's all right. Rest in peace.
Dude, you know the fun? He's 64 years old.
I know.
He's 64 years old.
That's kind of what I wanted to ask you.
Coach till he's 72.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Do you think he makes it the whole length of this contract?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes. I'm not sure that they're going to have the success that they've had the last couple of years. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that because there are still limitations to Indiana football, okay?
Of course.
That's just the way it is. I don't know how else to tell you that. But this is a guy that he seems to be embracing who he is and what Indiana is as much as anybody. And JB, you know this, okay? Do you know what the secret sauce of Mark D'Antonio was? That which I just said. He embraced who he was. He played the angry Mark D'Antonio role where don't tell anybody he was actually kind of a really funny guy and a smiley, happy guy. And he embraced the little brother stuff. He embraced it. And you're like I know Michigan fans, no offense. I know you don't want to hear this, KG. When he did the pride cometh before the fall stuff and then proceeded to beat them 7 out of 8 years.
Yeah, believe me.
Well, you're a legend until...
No, for sure.
You're a legend until the day you die.
I hated the man. I couldn't stand the sight of him.
Like, literally, you're a legend. And I see a lot of that after living through that with D'Antonio. And it didn't last as long as everybody wanted. But give the man his flowers. That was a pretty good, prolonged period of success and high-level success as well. Signetti seems to be doing a lot of that stuff. At least from afar, that's what it looks like to me. You know what I mean?
He's resurrected that football program that was pretty much nothing. It was nothing there. You got to give him credit for that. How long it will last, I think, is the bigger question, especially in this NIL world that we live in today.
You got it.
Are they really going to facilitate the talent for him to go out there and really get into the playoff each and every year?
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I question the long-term success. Yeah. I really do. I question the long. Let me tell you this though. Like, I'm not joking. My daughter nearly went to Indiana.
Really?
I don't know if you guys have been. Bloomington's awesome.
Oh, it's a great campus.
I love Bloomington.
Yeah, I've never been.
Love it. I'm serious when I say that. It's a really cool campus.
I really wanted to go to Indiana. That was one of my couple schools I was choosing between.
I was drop dead shocked when my daughter told me she was going to state. I'm telling you, she was so intent, like in going to Indiana. I was like, oh shit, I guess I got to go be one of those dead. Who's your daddy?
Goddamn right.
I had to do all, I thought I was going to have to do all that shit. And then it was just like, as a matter of fact, like she was like, Dad, I just want you to know I'm going to Michigan State. And I was like, all right, you're not doing this for me, right? And she's like, no. Like, I just want to go to Michigan State. I was like,
hey,
well, that sounds cool with me.
Yeah.
I'm totally cool with that. Justin, you guys next week, by the way, you guys are going to be, the college football train is heading up to Lansing, right?
Yes, we are. Me, KG, Spencer, and Nick are headed up there. We're going to do a pregame, a watch party, and a postgame at Art and Jake's. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you come out and say hi. We are literally in the dead center of Art and Jake's, and it's going to be electric.
So cool.
We're so excited.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys haven't been to a Michigan State game, now even with the stakes being what they are right now, there's still just something different in the air. There was nothing like it when those two teams were rolling, though. I mean, there's nothing like it. It's such an incredible experience. Our boy Alex Z, shout out to Alex Z, and Skinny Butcher, he doesn't like Michigan this week. He thinks Washington comes in and pulls the upset. Where's your head with that?
I think this is a classic bounce back spot for Michigan. It is so hard to travel to the West Coast and win games in the Big Ten. Every team struggles to do it except Ohio State. And with this Washington team is really nothing special outside of their quarterback, Damon Williams.
Yeah.
I think that Michigan's defense, if they are able to truly come in and play like they have been against Nebraska, their edges and their interior, that's how you beat Damon Williams. Then offensively, they're going to do whatever they want. Like, even if Justice Haynes isn't playing, they're going to be able to run the ball over Washington.
Really?
And I have no fear about Michigan's offense putting up points against Washington's defense. Washington won 0 games on the road last year. Yeah, they had a big comeback win against Maryland a couple weeks ago, but that Maryland team is not that special either. I really think this is a get-right spot for Michigan. I personally love the 5.5. I think that everyone is overhyping Washington, and this is a perfect get-right spot for Michigan for them to get right before Michigan State, because they're not looking ahead at Michigan State either. This is their main focus. They have to win this game to stay in playoff contention.
There is some speculation, and that's all it is. There is some speculation if it's belt to ass down in Bloomington, Jonathan Smith could be out of a job. It's speculation. I cannot sit here and say if that's true or not.
More than speculation.
But if it's belt to ass, there's some strong speculation. I think he's a dead man walking anyway. I was told, and I brought this up earlier in the week, I was told by somebody up there that he has to beat Michigan and go to a bowl game. I don't see either of those things happening.
That's the standard.
I don't see either of those things happening. So Indiana minus 27.5. I think it's fair to say we all like Indiana, right? Is that a fair statement?
Even to cover the spread?
Yes.
I like State to cover.
Do you really?
Yeah. I mean, it's the travel back from Oregon, letdown spot. Cignetti just got paid. Everything's going so.
I think I saw that offense up close and personal last week, and it left a bad taste in my mouth. So it might be 54.5, and I'm not sure I'd lay it down.
Yeah, I know. I'm one of those guys, though, when I see a whack number, I dive right into the number, and I would side with Michigan State here. They can't be as bad as they were against UCLA.
That was atrocious.
They gonna get boat race though. Make no mistake about it.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. I seen that performance last week. It was just ugly.
It was for all quarter and about 15 minutes for me.
I would never
saw my car flying out of the parking lot.
I'd never put my hard-earned money on it, though.
Jeez, Pete. JB, you want to take a break before we do our picks and what's trending?
Yep. One quick break, and then we'll do all of that. Plus, we got to clear up some super chats. Shout out to everyone sending in super chat. Up for speculation, we didn't get to ask this for Dan Miller. You sent in $1.99 for us to ask this question to him. How much fun it was working with TJ and Lomas. Unfortunately, it didn't get asked, but you know what? We are going to hook you up with a free car wash from Jack,
sir.
Just because you sent in and we didn't get to ask.
You know what? Can I answer that question? I saw it up close and personal because I was part of the broadcast team for a few years. It's a heck of a lot of fun. How's that? I think Dan would answer the same way.
No, for sure. Hey, we will add your name to the chat that's pinned currently, but yeah, up for speculation. If you want to claim that free car wash, you can email BrendanB@woodwardsports.com, and we'll make sure we'll get that to you.
Yes,
appreciate you.
$2 from Jordan Lionheart, KG, and myself. He wants to know Stone Cold or The Undertaker. KG, I'll let you go first.
You already know Stone Cold is my GOAT, man. That is my guy. No offense to Undertaker. I'm a big Undertaker fan. Grew up on Undertaker first, but once I got Stone Cold, that was it, man. He is my GOAT.
I want to jump in. You guys may not know this, okay? I was at Survivor Series 1991 when Undertaker beat
Get out of
Hogan
here.
Down at Joe Louis Arena.
What?
That's what's up.
And the little kids, the little kids were crying, and my buddies and I had some beers in me, and this is a window under our souls.
Right.
We were like, you little fuckers, Hulkster lost.
Right. Goddamn right,
and
man.
Animal and Hawk were the two biggest men I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah, shout out the Road Warriors, bro.
I was frightened to death as they walked by me, going, "Good Lord, They were huge.
Yeah, shout out Hawk and
Sean,
Animal,
you were
man.
just ahead of the curve, man. You were just teaching those kids young about the hoaxer and what his future was going to hold.
There you
You
go.
were just teaching them young, man.
That's a fact.
They were like, kids were devastated and crying there. It was the night before Thanksgiving, 1991. There you go.
Also, I'll never forget he was a dick to me last year.
He was. Rest in, you know the word.
No, he's literally the
Never
only
forget
celebrity
that.
ever that's been a dick to me. So,
Yeah.
never forget it.
Yeah, it's Stone Cold for me, hands down. Freddie Phelps sent in $2. He says, Sean, any chance you can bring in some meat on Monday? He will be in studio with us on Monday. So
Are you
shout out to
really, Freddie?
Yeah, Freddie's the man.
Freddie, I'll figure something out.
All right.
I'll figure. See, I'm doing. I'm having just a few people over on Monday. So what I'm doing ribs and jalapeno cheddar that night. I'll whoop something up Monday night. How's that? I'll whoop something up. Since you're going to be in studio, I'll whoop something up.
Nice. We got $5 from Nobody. He sends in. He said, and there goes Barry Sanders for another TD. Mr. Pat, you're at a Wendy's.
That's what happened at the end. It was, and I could hear Maz going, "Shut up! You shut your mouth!" He gets so mad at me.
And finally, before we head to break, $5 from Byrne. He sends in. He said, Indiana has that Mark Cuban money. Sky's the limit if they navigate NIL properly. Though you got to beat OSU to get respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Hey,
Don't know
you
about
know
it.
what? I'm gonna say it again. You guys can crucify them for their schedule. I love that. By the way, respect. You guys can crucify them
Shout out Booker T, man.
for their schedule. I think it's smart. I think it's smart. Like, shame on Michigan for putting Oklahoma on their schedule right now. How different would you guys feel right now? I'm being
a little
serious.
bit, a little bit different.
How different would
They'd be
you
a
feel
lock
right
for the
now?
playoff.
Right.
There
Flat
would be
out.
no complaints.
Flat out.
That's why you don't schedule those games anymore.
Amen.
There's no reason.
There's no reason. Sorry.
Because now Sharon Moore is on the hot seat literally because
Oh, is he ever?
they
why I put on a
Oklahoma
jacket.
on their schedule.
He put on a Red Wing jersey.
Right. That's why he's wearing that jersey right there.
Come on.
All right, JB, where are we going?
We got to hear
so
from
late
Vin Johnson.
Justice! We all are looking for justice. Corporations, the government, even your insurance company will do whatever it takes to minimize their liability and withhold your compensation.
Greedy bastards.
When something goes wrong, you need a fighter. You want somebody who is out for justice. Make Ven your first call. 3 letters. VENLAW. Coincidence? I think not. You get the fighter in your corner. Contact Ven today at venfights.com.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Shout out, man, to Les Stanford, Buick, and GMC.
And to Maz.
They have got great deals for people trying to get in cars right now today, man. You and this Maz voice. Shout out, man. But listen, you can get a 2025 Hummer EV SUT at only $599 per month. Plus tax, of course. You can also get the 2025 Lyric SUV at $489 per month. And if that's not cheap enough for you, you can also get the Equinox 2025 EV lease special at $229 per month. Get to Les Stanford today and check out their massive inventory. For all these specials, you can go to lesstanford.com.
So Justin just asked me during the break, we find out Sunday when Michigan State is. This is 100% a guess, okay? 100%. I'm guessing noon. There's nothing marquee about the game. There just isn't. I hate to say that. Sorry, Michigan State didn't keep up their end of the bargain.
The games that week, too, are all on the West Coast, and that's what makes me think they're going to do it at noon, too.
Yep.
Like Illinois plays Washington, and someone plays USC. It's just not those are not noon games.
So Maz is going to lose his mind because he's not here today. Our thoughts certainly are with Maz and his family.
Yeah.
He's doing fine. He's checked in with us. I know he appreciates the kind words everybody's throwing his way. If you didn't know, his father passed away last week, so they're paying their respects this week. But we're still needling him. So Maz is in first place in our picks. He's at 28-19. I'm at 24-23. JB at 21-26. KG at 21-26. And we're letting Justin make Maz's picks this week.
Are these spreads or are these head-to-head?
Lines. So you ready?
Yep, lines, yep.
Rams and Jags. The Jags are getting 2.5 in London. We're going to make you go first, Maz.
Jags. I'm a big Jazz guy. I mean, you know from the beginning of the season, I got my bet with Neil. Duval!
Yeah.
Give me the Jags.
All right, JB.
Give me the Rams on this one. Matthew Stafford.
KG.
Rams about to bury the Jags. What are we talking about?
I
here?
am too.
They about to fuck the Jags up.
Sorry, Justin.
I love it. Nope, I love it.
All right, boy, he loves picking shitty games. What are you talking about? It's my G-Man. Giants at Broncos. The Broncos minus 7.5.
Oh, hell no. Oh. It's 4-4-6 in the trap, baby. Give me the G-Man.
Mass.
Oh, that defense is so good against a rookie quarterback. I don't know.
No, Jackson Dart is different, bro.
I'll take the G-Man because I know Maz would take the G-Man. He might.
He
He
would.
might like teleport behind me and start choking me out if I don't take the G-Man. So
right.
Give me the Giants.
JB.
Not saying they will win, but give me the G-Man as well, too.
That's where I'm at. Broncos win, Giants cover.
Yeah, that part.
That's where I'm in. Eagles at Vikings. The Vikings favored by 1.5 at home against the Eagles. It's my turn to go first.
Yep. Somebody got to win.
Yeah. I'm taking the Eagles.
Eagles. You be stupid not to.
No, Eagles are bouncing back, man. I'm sorry. I'm not buying into the Vikings at all this year. Coochie coo. Viking fans get mad at me. I'll take the Eagles.
Is JJ playing in this game?
Maybe.
It don't matter. Give me the Eagles, man. Sorry, JJ.
Give me the Eagles. I can't take the Vikings.
How in God's how can you take the
Vikings?
Vikings?
The line makes me want to take the Vikings so very badly. However, I can't. There's just a pedigree the Eagles have you just can't pick against.
JB?
I feel that, but give me the Eagles as well.
So get right.
All right. Colts at Chargers.
Ooh.
Indiana Jones
This
going out
tough.
to L.A. The Chargers are favored by 1.5. JB. This one's tough.
How are the Chargers favored with no offensive line?
I don't know, but I'm gonna rock it till the wheels fall off. Give me Indiana Jones and the Colts.
Ooh, KG.
Yeah, Colts at plus money. I got it. I gotta take it. Give me the Colts, man. Indiana Jones.
Harbaugh.
Yeah, give me the Chargers.
I'm going there too.
I
am.
There's something about traveling to the West Coast, even in the NFL.
I'm going there too. It don't make sense, but I'm
I
telling you right now, it don't. I agree with you guys, but it don't make sense. So I'm going with the Chargers.
That's why I'm 21-26 right now. That's fine.
Dan and I were talking about this like the world stopped when it was a Redskins-Cowboys game back in the day. Some are all in Madden, some are all in Brookshire. Commanders at Cowboys. The Cowboys are getting the home dog, getting 1.5. KG.
Give me the Commanders. They let me down last week. Fuck the Cowboys. Give me the Commanders.
Maz.
Give me the Commanders. I'm a Jaden Daniels stan. I love Jaden Daniels, and last week they just shot themselves in their own foot. They could not get out of their own way in the fourth quarter. They should have won that game. I think they're gonna bounce back against this Dallas team, and they're gonna win.
JB, do it.
How about them Cowboys?
I knew you.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? I'm going there too.
You
Poor
sick
lady's
fuck.
about to go on a call.
Right.
There's a maniac in the studio next to me. Sorry.
You sick fuck.
And then Maz, just one more time, like smack us in the ass. Falcons at Niners.
Oh, God.
Niners are given 2.5.
I want nothing to do with this game
What
at
an
all.
awful shit show game.
I want nothing to do with this one.
What are you talking about?
Niners on the heater with Mac Jones, man. Who? Mac Jones. Give me the Niners.
Maz?
Give me Michael Penix. I'm a stan. I love Michael Penix.
No way, Maz would not pick the 49ers.
Right? Like, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm
Michael Penis? That's what you doing, Michael Penis?
I picked the G-Men for Maz. I can only do one, and I'm taking the Falcons. The Falcons are rolling, man. Give me the Dirty Birds. It's something about the Dirty Birds.
I love when Maz yells they're due. That's just, it's so quantifiable. You know? They're due. Oh, how can I?
They're due.
All right, JB.
Give me the Dirty Birds. I'm sorry.
I'm
rolling
going
with
Dirty
Atlanta.
Birds too. I am too. I'm going Dirty Birds as well. All right, so there you go. We'll see how bad we are. All right, what's trending with JB Smooth Friday edition? Go.
Hey. Shout out to Gold Crown for sponsoring this segment. Smoke like royalty, like always. Some news came out. Michigan played USC this past weekend, and apparently Aiden Hutchinson and Amon-Ra had a little bit of bet going on, and unfortunately, Hutch lost. So Amon-Ra Hutch had to sit here and wear a USC football hoodie during his interviews with the media.
Well, sometimes, you know, when you out in them streets, you got to wear protection. You got to be safe. That's why he's wearing that USC Trojan hoodie right there.
Trojan man. See, have you guys ever made a dumb bet like that? There are certain, like, jerseys, like USC Michigan probably doesn't bring that. But there is, could you imagine, like seriously, think you have to walk around in a Colorado Avalanche jersey at the height of Wings, Colorado.
Ooh.
That's
tough.
Like, Spenny, for you, okay? You and one of your buddies in one of the years where you have prime D'Antonio, you and one of your buddies make a bet and you have to wear a Michigan jersey. Never. Never. No. I never. JB?
I wouldn't do that.
Never. I couldn't do it.
We would have to fight.
Seriously, I'd give him $200 and just say, take this.
Yeah.
Just take this. That'll pay off my bet. I can't put that jersey on. I can't do it. No way. Good for Hutch.
But, yeah, good for Hutch. At least he pays up his bets right there. And it is spooky season, so you know Popeyes had to join in on this as well, too.
Oh, not Popeyes.
I present to you, everyone, their chicken sandwiches and tenders with the Haunted Black Sauce. It is sweet and smoky that you can pour on your chicken and chicken sandwiches.
I am so in on that. I'm not even being funny. I am so in on sweet and smoky on top of like the already unbelievable spicy chicken sandwich.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm so in on that.
I don't know.
Got a little bit of a heat to it, but it is black. The sauce is black.
So it's sweet heat sauce, just black. That's
Yes,
all.
yeah.
Essentially is what it is. Yeah, nah, I'm good.
I'm not a sweet heat guy.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
That's their best sauce.
Nah.
I don't know, man, but it's gonna turn my shit purple, so I'm good. I'm out. I'm out.
It does, everything comes back to the green beer. I don't. Why would you drink that?
Yeah.
You are shitting green for 3 days
That
after
dye.
St. Patrick's Day.
That dye is not good for you.
No, thank you.
It is.
I'm in
not
on
good
that though.
for you.
As a matter of fact,
I'm in on the chicken sandwich.
There's a spot right at 12 and Telegraph on the way home. I might have to swing by.
That is one of the worst Popeyes. There's no good Popeyes in Michigan, by the way. Like, especially trending toward where I stay at, some of the worst service you'll ever experience. So I don't even bother these days, to be honest with you. I'm gonna miss eating that chicken sandwich.
And finally, I will end what's trending with this because I'm sure I can't be the only one who's just said, you know what? I'm only going out for one beer, and this ends up happening. That is a bar receipt, everybody, of nothing but charges.
God,
3 hours later.
They ran it up. It's still going. Back.
Holy garbage! It's still going. How much?
No,
now I need to know.
That can't be real. That's not real.
How much was it?
That's not real.
Do you know what the total bill was?
That is not real.
Yeah. Let me replay it and then I'll pause it at the end.
Holy garbage!
No way.
That's like the boys after they win the Stanley Cup in the bar tab.
No way. That's real.
Did you see that bar tab last year from the Panthers when they went out to Elbow Room?
No.
It was
I can imagine
insane.
it was
insane.
But-
And then, of course, the dude at Elbow Room was like, nah, I got this.
$4 grand?
$4,200.
Just on beer?
No, there's some Grey Goose in there.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. The goose gets you loose every time. God damn.
That is one of those things, if you haven't overcome it yet, you need to overcome it. There is no such thing as I'm going out for one. There's no such thing.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I stopped that so many years ago, it's insane.
I mean, they tipped him $1,000, too.
Yeah. Come on, Span.
All right, Spenny, what's up?
I think, I'm definitely never going out for one. That's definitely a waste. I think 3 is the perfect, like,
yep.
All right.
Perfect number.
You know, out here, just watch a little bit of the game, watch the first half, watch, whatever.
Perfect, yep.
But if I'm going out, I'm going out. All right,
I'm doing this.
Not that, but I would go for at least 8 and then Uber.
Yeah, you make your preparations, you get the Uber, you have a drive, something
I
like
think
that.
3 is the perfect, like, okay, that's just a chill night thing.
Yeah.
Because every now and then, like if I'll use you as an example. Spenny hits me up, and he's like, dude, we are in your neighborhood. We're at Art and Jake's right now. You got to pop in. If I got nothing going on, yeah, dude, I'm going to pop in. I'm going to have a rye. I got to have one and a couple beers.
Yep.
And that's it. Like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Hey, man, anything else? I got this round. No, thank you. You're kind. That's it.
Yep.
Now I'm going to eat some munchies, and I'll be good to go. Yeah. $4 grand, dude?
Yeah, that's tough.
Yep. Grand total $5,509.52.
I hope they chipped in.
I
You'll
hope
never go
somebody
out with
chipped
me
in.
again if you don't, so.
I would literally just tell the waitress, can you give me like 50? I'm going to run home to my money tree and just pick a bunch off my money tree.
And just never come back.
And then I'll be because I have an abundance of money trees in my backyard. Ask my kids.
Yeah.
So I'll just go get the money. I'll be right back. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Jeez, oh Pete, dude. And 3 hours? Is that real?
3 hours later.
Goodness.
He had to have been like, all drinks on me, like, I guess.
That guy.
Not with them Adidas looking like that.
He's my best friend. Put my arm around him.
He ain't paying for that shit with them shoes looking like
You're
that.
my guy. You're my guy.
Busted ass
All right.
Adidas.
Anything else, JB?
No, that's it.
All right.
Let's
Hey,
get outta here.
we got some overtime today. Stay tuned. Big D coming up. Of course, we got Bray and Shep. We got the heavyweights tonight. We got you covered all weekend long. Monday is going to be a fantastic day. Lions back home. Monday Night Football. We got you covered all day here on Woodward Sports. Have yourselves a great weekend. We'll see you.